You are a millionaire. Your mom asked if you need grocery money. You are 33 years old. Your net worth crossed $1 million on a Tuesday in November. Your mother called that evening. She wanted to know if you had enough for groceries this week. You said yes. You did not say how much yes. You did not start here. You started at 22, in a twin bed in your parents' rental, with an old laptop balanced on your knees and $1,140 in a checking account that had never held more than $2,000. You opened a brokerage account that night, not because you understood what it was, because a video told you to set up an automatic transfer and forget about it. $187 every 2 weeks into something called a total market index fund. You did not tell anyone, not because it was a secret, because there was no one in the house who would have known what you were describing. Your father's retirement plan was a union pension that stopped growing in 2009. Your mother kept cash in an envelope in the kitchen drawer labeled emergency. Your brother had a credit card he called his backup plan. The language did not exist at that table, so you said nothing. And the $187 left your checking account every 2 weeks like a quiet tenant paying rent to a landlord you had never met. At 25, you move out. First real salary, $52,000. The apartment is sparse. One lamp, a desk from a flat pack box. The automatic transfer is now $340 every 2 weeks because you increased it the day your direct deposit changed, before you could feel the difference. Your mother calls on a Sunday. She needs $300 for a car repair. You send it. No hesitation. She says thank you like it is a large number. It is not a large number anymore, but you do not correct her. Your brother texts a week later. Needs $150 for something he does not explain. You send it. He does not say thank you. He says good looking out. You do not ask what it was for. The balance in the brokerage account crosses $47,000 that month. You check it on the bus. You lock the phone. You look out the window. There is no one on this bus who knows what $47,000 in a brokerage account means at 25. There is no one at Sunday dinner who knows either. The silence is not a decision yet. It is just the shape of the room. At 28, the net worth crosses $200,000. Your brother calls on a Thursday evening. He needs you to co-sign a car loan. He says the dealership needs a co-signer because his credit is in a weird spot. The weird spot is $23,000 in credit card debt he has never mentioned at the dinner table. You are standing on the curb outside your parents' house. He is leaning against his car with a folder of paperwork on the hood. The streetlight makes the pages look yellow. Here is what nobody tells you about being the first person in your family to build something. The question is never just the question. The cosign is not $28,000 in liability. It is a door. If you say yes, you become the person who fixes things. If you say no, you become the person who has enough to fix things and chose not to. You say you need to think about it. He says it's not that serious, but his jaw tightens. And you drive home with the folder still on his hood and a feeling in your chest like you swallowed something that did not go all the way down. You do not cosign. You send him $2,000 toward the down payment instead, no paperwork, no structure, no repayment terms. He says thanks. He does not mention it again. Neither do you. The $2,000 is not the cost. The cost is the conversation you did not have. The one where you explain what you have been building. The one where you say the words net worth and index fund and automatic transfer out loud in a room where those words have never been spoken. You do not have that conversation. Not at 28. Not yet. The table. At 31, your net worth crosses $500,000. Christmas dinner. For chairs. A casserole dish your mother makes every year. The heating bill went up $40 this month, and your father mentions it like weather, just a fact of the season. Your mother says they will figure it out. Your brother makes a joke about people with investments. He says it the way people say people with yachts. Like a species he has seen on television. You are one of those people. You have been one of those people for 6 years. Your phone is face down on the table. You do not flip it over. The math is not complicated. You could pay their heating bill for the next 10 years, and it would not move your portfolio more than a rounding error. You could pay off your brother's credit cards and still cross $1 million on schedule. The math says yes. The math has said yes for 3 years. But the math does not know what happens to a family when one person at the table reveals they have been living in a different financial universe. The math does not know what your mother's face would look like. The math does not account for the word why. Why didn't you say something? Why didn't you help sooner? Why did you let us worry? So you pick up your plate. You wash the dishes. You drive home. The silence is no longer the shape of the room. It is the room. $1,014,311. At 33, on a Tuesday in November, your portfolio rebalances automatically. The notification arrives while you are sitting at your kitchen counter eating leftover rice from a container. Total value, $1,014,311. $1,014,311. You look at the number. You close the app. You open it again. The number is still there. You put the phone face down on the counter. There is no champagne, no phone call, no one to text. You think about who you would tell. Your mother would worry it means something dangerous. Your father would go quiet in a way that might be pride or might be distance. Your brother would ask how. And the how is 11 years of not buying what he bought, not lending what he lent, not spending what felt normal to spend. The how is a sentence that sounds like judgment no matter how you say it. You eat the rice. You wash the container. You go to bed. Thursday. Your mother calls. She asks if you need grocery money this week. She heard something on the news about prices going up. She wants to make sure. You are sitting in the grocery store parking lot. The bags are already in the trunk. Your net worth is 7 figures. Your mother is offering you $40. You say, "I'm okay, Mom. Thank you." She says, "Okay, just checking." The call ends. You sit in the car for 4 minutes. The engine is off. The parking lot is half empty. The phone is in the cup holder. The number is still there. The distance is still there. Here is what the silence costs. Not in one moment. Over time. It costs you the question you could not ask at 26 when you did not know if your asset allocation was right. And there was no one in your life who had ever allocated an asset. It costs you the $14,000 you left in a savings account for 2 extra years because you did not have a single person to say, "Is this normal?" to. It costs you the cosine boundary that became a wall instead of a conversation. It costs you the Christmas dinners where you sit at a table that loves you and cannot reach you. The money grew. The distance grew faster. Not because anyone failed. Not because your family is broken or unkind or wrong. Because compound silence works the same way compound interest does. It starts small. It stays invisible. And by the time you notice the gap is the size of a life. You are parked in your parents' driveway. It is a Sunday in December. The engine is off. The phone is in the cup holder. Through the windshield, the kitchen window glows. Your mother is washing a pot. Your father is somewhere behind her, probably in his chair. The number on your phone has not changed. $1,014,311. Give or take a Tuesday. But you are not looking at the phone. You are looking at the window, at the warm yellow light, at the pot she is scrubbing, at the 3 steps between the car door and the kitchen door. The million was never the hard part. The hard part is the table. The hard part is sitting down and finding the words for something no one in your family has ever had to say before. You have not found them yet, but the car is in the driveway. The engine is off, and you are not driving away.